And here we are. It's a rainy Wednesday evening, and I got out of work really early today. So I've been reading. I just sent an email to TZ. TZ, we're getting this tape on. We're getting on the ball on this tape. It's gonna be here in a couple of months. So I'm gonna review Rainy Dog, directed by Takashi Miike, part of the Black Society Trilogy. And this review's, I think I did the last one for Sick on Cinema guys. They just did a episode of their podcast about the Dead or Alive films. And yeah, I'm just still on the Takashi Miike kick. Fortunately, they had these three movies. They have I think, oh God, I can't remember. They have Blade of the Immortal and Harikiri. But not too many. I mean, all the movies he has. So anyway, let me jump right into this one. So this is from 1997. From what I've learned, like this was supposed to be direct to video, but it garnered enough recognition that they released it in theaters, and I watched it last night. Man, it's just like, it's not a sequel to Shinjuku Triad Society, but definitely in just the same crime drama spirit. Shinjuku Triad Society was a little more outlandish and crazy. It's not like his newer movies, or like Ichi or Audition, but Rainy Dog, it was so good. And I read some reviews that it was real like slow paced and like a character study. So it was a little, well, I probably still like it because it's Miike, and I didn't think it was slow. I mean, it is slow, but it's never boring. It just looks great too. Okay, so anyway, it's about this. I'll just read what it says. Rainy Dog, shot entirely in Taiwan, is about an exiled Yakuza, dead or alive Shoei Akawa, who finds himself saddled with a son he never knew he had, and a price on his head after the Chinese gang he works for decide to turn on him. So yeah, his name's Yuji, and he's just in Taiwan. It starts off, he's already in Taiwan. He's a hitman. He's working for this Taiwanese gangster, and he's like, you're like a son to me, and you're a son and a brother. And he's just feeding him this line, and he's like, okay, I want you to kill this dude for me. And then he's just like hanging out in his apartment or hotel, I guess. But then I was a little confused at first because they show this guy, he was like sleeping on the roof of a building. He wakes up, and this was like totally Miike, I guess. He starts peeing, and he's peeing a lot, and then he's like catching it, and he's like washing his face with his pee, and then it does a close up. Oh yeah, it like blurs it. It couldn't have been his wang, because it was like a water hose stream of pee, almost like a water hose. I was like, why? So I thought this guy was the main character, but he's not. I don't even actually know. Well, I know what his purpose was. So anyway, it shows Yuji in his apartment. He's watching a Gamera movie, and he goes sees that crime boss, and then he goes back to his apartment. It's just real slow, and it's just constantly raining too, which was really cool. It just added something to the movie. So he's at his apartment, and this girl just comes in, and he like points a gun at her, and she's like, "This is your son. You're gonna have to take care of him. I'm taking a break." And she just takes off, and she's like, "He can't talk either." So he didn't know he had this son. So yeah, and that part was because I grew up without a father. So not any, but a lot of movies with like little kids and dads. For some reason, Midnight Run, that one bothers me more. When Robert De Niro's character goes to see his wife and he sees his daughter, that one like gets me. Like I'll almost tear up when he sees his daughter, because he doesn't know what to say to her. Another one is Taika Waititi's movie Boy. That one didn't get to me as much as um, Midnight Run, but that one was a hard watch for me. But then a movie like Magnolia, which is like all like absent fathers, that didn't bother me. And that one's like, I guess I don't know if they just lay it on too thick in that one. But yeah, it just depends what it was. And this one, because like he's a hitman, and I know he didn't know he had a son, but so this kid just starts following him. He doesn't know what to do, and at first I was like, maybe Yuji doesn't know how to act in front of his kid, and then he's just like leaving him behind. He doesn't even acknowledge him, and then he kills the guy he was assigned to kill. He kills him in like a little restaurant, and he kills the dude in front of his own son, and the dude's like toddler with his wife, like she's feeding him, and he just shoots the dad. Like they don't show it. I mean, you know it's gonna happen. He puts the gun to his head. There's no like brains or blood or nothing graphic, but it is pretty hardcore. I was like, man, he just killed a dude, not just in front of everyone, or in front of his son. So then, like, it just seemed like no one cared, but the guy that was peeing off the roof of the building sees him and like chases him down. And they go to eat, and then I can't remember what else happens. But then like Yuji, he wants a hooker. He goes to like this, not a brothel. Well, I guess it's not a brothel, but all these Taiwanese. There's some pretty cute Taiwanese girls in here too. So he meets a girl named Lily, and he sort of forms a relationship with her, but he's in a way he's like his son. He just doesn't talk. There's a point where Lily says, "You two are both alike. You just sit there and brood." And Yuji also, he has a lot on his mind right now. You know, he's killing people. He just found out he has a son, and he gets another assignment to do a hit. But then the guy that he kills this time, which is a good scene, is so fast. It reminds me of, I said like before, Shinjuku Triad Society reminded me of John Woo. Now, like this reminds me more of the Beat Takeshi, like Fireworks and Violent Cop. I actually think Nikkei is a little better at this sort of stuff than Takeshi. So it reminded me of that, because there's very few violent parts, but when they happen, they're just like explosive. So this other guy that he hit, his like brother wants revenge. So now they're after Yuji, Lily, and his son Achen. And then they go to like the beach. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. These belong to the library. I guess I could record them onto a VHS. I don't know if I'll do that. I might just check them out repeatedly. Man, so Shinjuku Triad Society, this Rainy Dog, yeah, there's nothing like. I haven't seen too many of his movies, but I've seen Zebra Man, The Great Yokai War, Gozu, and First Love. First Love was really good too, man. This is just so different. I love the way it looks. It's from '97, but like if you said it was from '87, I would believe you. And all the slow parts are great. Yuji, the actor, whatever his name, Sho Akawa, doesn't really talk much, but he's good. And there's this guy playing guitar, and it's really like, it sounds like a spaghetti western music. There's a part where his son, like he just leaves his son, and his son just like sleeps in the rain and covers himself with like some cardboard or something, and he meets a little stray dog, and I was like, man, this little puppy's getting blown away. But no, nothing happens to the puppy. He just kind of gets left behind, and he even like the puppy's scared. He's just like alone in the rain, and him and the little boy meet, and the little boy take care of him for a little bit. But another review, well, I think a few reviews, they didn't say it was bleak. One said, this is really bleak. I wouldn't say it. It is, but it's not like. It's not like. It's not gonna leave you crestfallen, or it did leave me a little like, oh my God, what's gonna happen now? Like, it was bad, but it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It was still really good. Yeah, the rain, it's just constantly raining, which I didn't think would matter, but it really added to the flavor of the movie. And watching it, I was like, man, Mike, he's just like he's like, off the top of my head, I would compare him to like Dario Argento, because it seemed like Dario just took to filmmaking, like a duck to water, and I think Mike just in him to make movies, and make good movies too. He didn't write this, but he knows how to tell the story his way. Yeah. If you like Takashi Miike movies, buy it, or go to your library or wherever you can find it. I don't know where you could stream these. He has some movies. None of these Black Society Trilogy movies are on Tubi or Amazon Prime. Like I said, go to your local library, and they should have them. If mine has them, like yours should be able to get them. Have you gotten your library card yet? So what else? Yeah, I don't want to give. I told pretty much a lot of the stuff. Yeah, no gore, no like. There's no Kakiharas in here, or who else is, or like the Gozu, or weirdness. It's just more like down to earth. So I'd give it a, man, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. It has a commentary by some, I guess, like film expert. I'm gonna listen to that, but I want to get to the ley lines, the next one. So yeah, check it out. I can't endorse these movies enough. And I forgot, I got a zine today. I got Scree, the Nothing Is Real, Everything Is Fine mini issue. I just got this today. And I got a letter from my best buds, Keith, from Pennsylvania. Let's see what Keith has to say. Hey Artie, how are you? Happy Thanksgiving. Sorry it's taken me a little bit of time getting back to you. I had to get surgery and a clot let go in my eye afterwards. So for all intents and purposes, I'm blind in the right eye right now. The doctors say it should get better over the next month or so, but right now, I can't see shit. Not being able to see enough to do anything is killing me. I hate just sitting around, but I've been able to get listening to lots and lots of great music. Please excuse the typos also. Thank you so much for the comics. They got here before everything went to shit, so I was able to read them, and fuck did I enjoy them. Mega fucking thank you. I was especially enjoying the Conan ones. I joined Audible recently so I can listen to books rather than read them. Besides not being able to read too good right now, I am also extremely lazy. Haha. I got the complete collection of Robert E. Howard's Conan stories from Weird Tales. I've always loved the Conan comics, but you sending me all these great comic books has reignited my love of them. I gotta sneeze. Mega thanks for the whole X-Men Micronauts crossover series too. Great stuff. I forgot how great the Micronauts were. In your most recent letter, you were talking about Kiss. That shit never gets old, does it? I made you some Kiss DVD-Rs. My buddy Tim is a huge Kiss fan. His wife is making him get rid of his DVDs and CDs, forever answering the question why Keith is going to remain single for the rest of his life. So I inherited lots of Kiss stuff. He went to see Kiss on a Dynasty tour in 1979. He was 8, I think. There's a picture of him with his uncle and aunt who took him there. He's all dressed up like Ace Frehley, and he's like 3 feet tall. Haha. Another fun Kiss fact, I hung my brother's 8-track tape of Dynasty up on my wall. Haha. You asked which Kiss album I think is the most metal Kiss album. For me, I would say Creatures of the Night. I Love It Loud and War Machine are total metal classics. That's my favorite Kiss album too, along with Hotter Than Hell. Strange Ways from Hotter Than Hell is the best Kiss song ever, if you ask me. Oh yeah, back in the early days, Kiss were turning out more than one album a year, which is especially amazing considering how great a lot of them were. Then, when they did the solo albums, that just flooded the scene with Kiss albums between like 1974 and 1979. Then Gene started his movie career. He was in some badass movies. If you believe the scuttlebutt around here, Gene Simmons was at the Karopolis thrift store once, which is probably the last place I'd expect to see him. But soon after that, supposedly happening, I found an autographed Bruce Kulick solo CD there. No, I've never seen Mortician live, but I've followed them since the beginning. You mentioned them not being too good live. I could totally see that. They've always struck me as more of an audio experience than a visual one, even though Will is probably my vote for scariest metal guy ever. Haha. Thank you for the Halloween special of Night of the Bloody Tapes. I haven't seen any of the recent ones, but reading your thoughts, I really want one now. I saw one of Rob Zombie's ones, and you're absolutely right. It was garbage. I've never seen Body Count either. I'm going to look that one up. I wanted to send you some stuff to say thank you for the comics. I really enjoyed them. I hope you don't have too much of this stuff, and I really hope I hadn't sent you too much of this already. I'm going to have a new Grave Worm tape out soon. It's a tape version of their Morbid Trinity album. It's going to be really limited again, and the band gets half of them, so I'll make sure to send one to you. I only ever end up with 15 Grave Worm tapes, so I don't even bother selling them. I just send them to friends. Commerce always cheapens the experience anyway. I better get going so this can get in the mail today. Sorry for the wait. I hope I haven't sent you too much of this already. If I did, maybe just pass them on to someone who might enjoy it. If I don't talk to you beforehand, I hope you have an excellent holiday filled with metal, comics, and sick movies. Take care for now, my brother. Your friend, Keith. Yeah, I love getting letters from Keith. He always writes a good long one, and I enjoy his letters. I mean, I like the stuff that he sends, but I enjoy reading his letters, man. And yeah, you should write Keith. He does some of the best tapes, and he does the best tapes in underground of anyone. Like no one comes near what Keith is doing with tapes. And I have one, but I'm gonna leave it for the next video I do, which should be ley lines. Hopefully I'll start that tonight. I need to work on a zine though. I need to zap out a letter to Keith and try to get it to him tomorrow. But yeah, Rainy Dog, man. I even stayed up late. Like I went to see NXT at my friend's house. I got home and I was just like, looking at stuff on the internet. And I was like, let me watch a little bit more of this. And I put it on, and I wound up staying up till like 2. And I only had like 2.5 hours of sleep, but I feel fine. But Rainy Dog, man. Yeah, it's a rainy dog day outside, so maybe I will watch it again after I watch Ley Lines. So that's it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you later. Bye.